with us, and if you're watching or joining us, karibu sana. All right, so let's continue with our coverage tonight. And more than 1,000 male and female rangers from across Africa participated in the 5th edition of the Wildlife Ranger Challenge race held virtually. 18 countries took part in the 21-kilometer competition held in protected areas in Kenya. The race was held at Lewa Wildlife Conservancy in Isiolo County last September. Tony Kwalanda tells us which teams emerged victorious and the objectives of the challenge. Take a look.
Kenya was part of the 18 countries which virtually took part in the 5th edition of the Wildlife Ranger Challenge in September. 17 local men's and women's teams drawn from across the country converged at the Lewa Wildlife Conservancy in Isiolo County to compete in the annual 21-kilometer race. Organized by Tusk and Game Rangers Association of Africa, ranger teams took part in a series of fitness events which culminated in the half marathon held in September.
Kenya is home to the big five and a lot of endangered species such as elephants and rhinos. So the biggest challenge rangers face here is dealing with high rates of poaching, although they've worked very hard and brought this to manageable levels. So I would say that's the unique challenge in Kenya and places like Southern Africa. However, in terms of, just difficult living conditions, they share this challenge with other rangers across Africa. So this is more so even to create solidarity and to make them feel that they are not alone in the work they're doing.
The male teams carried backpacks weighing 21 kilograms.
Yes, sir.
While the female teams had 10-kilogram bags.
Yes, sir.
We've had women ranger teams participating across Africa, Southern Africa most especially, but this year at the Lewa regional race we had 2 female ranger teams, and it's to show that women can just be as good rangers as men, and they often are, and they work in the field, so we want to keep increasing their representation and the support for them to take part.
Come on, go!
Lewa Lions clinched the overall trophy after they shrugged off stiff competition from their arch-rivals and neighbors all Pejeta. NRT completed the podium.
Sisi tulikuwa number 2 as from maybe kilometer 10. Tulikuwa number 2. So ile team walishoma sana na sisi tuli maintain ile speed yetu. So ile kuongea ama ile management ya team ndio imefanya tukuje tushinde number 1. Yeah. Kuna several things ambayo iko hapo, which is communication, first of all communication. Secondly, watu kuelewana. Mtu mmoja nikiambia team twende polepole, wote wanaenda polepole. Hata I think kuna wale ambao maybe baada hajaweza, baada kuna nguvu na wengine amewezwa. So ile kuongea imesaidia team kushinda, na pia pale kwa kazi yetu tusipokuwa na hiyo communication, ile kazi yetu pia itaenda mzuri.
In the women's category, home team Lewa Lionesses walked away with the top prize after defeating Sarah Ranges from Northern Rangelands Trust.
For us, the race was a bit challenging, but we earned an advantage being our home ground. And so far, we also knew the route that we were taking. But basically, teamwork was the key thing. And also, we have been doing trainings for the last 3 months. And sure enough, we also started doing the actual carrying the load and also going through the entire route. So far, coming in the morning, we earned a bit of butterflies, but our main goal was to win. this is our home ground. We needed that cap to remain here at Lewa. So coming to the actual race, what really inspired us to win, we earned a really good teamwork, whereby we could just talk between ourselves, get to know everyone's strengths and weaknesses, and also push the way forward. For a ranger, we need to be fit, and also usually we say for a ranger, you need to have 7 common senses. So usually say everyone has 6 common senses, but for a ranger, you need an extra sense. And sure enough, we need that one to win our race. So we aim to have to look after the other team, get to know their strength. Coming to us, we knew that 2 of us surely have the first strength within the first 10 kilometers. The other, the finishing power is quite low. So we aim to ensure that coming to the actual race, the first 10 kilometers, we need to go with those who are really weak. Coming to the finishing power now, we need to be with those who are really quite a strength. And now coming to our actual job, still needs us to be physically fit and ensure that you are up to date on our daily task as a ranger.
In the men's overall Africa competition, Tarangire Ecosystem Team B from Tanzania's Tarangire National Park clinched top position after clocking 2 hours, 6 minutes and 12 seconds. Tarangire Ecosystem Team A crossed the line in second place in a time of 2 hours, 8 minutes and 30 seconds. Third position went to Nsumbu team from Zambia's Nsumbu National Park in a time of 2 hours, 9 minutes and 41 seconds.
The beauty is, yes, we may have number 1, 2, 3, and so on, but the beauty of this wildlife rangers is that everybody is a winner, because we remind ourselves that we run together, we work together, we protect together, because our wildlife needs us. And what we want to say is thank you to our supporters, and also to encourage the wildlife rangers. Continue doing the great work you do to conserve and protect our wildlife. While we are running together with the rangers, when we are sitting together with the rangers, we are reminding them that they are very, very important in an ecosystem. So this event reminds them that they are very important, they are special, and the proceeds of this challenge will go along to give them what they need to make their work easier. And even as they run, they are keeping fit, and also they are reducing the emotional stress they may have, because, you know, you can imagine carrying the gun, you know, bad boys and bad girls can come at any time. But in such a challenge, we've told the rangers, for once, relax, run. Let us also cheer you up as you continue to do the work. So this is a motivation. This is also giving them, you know, the ability to see that they are being taken care of, and I'm sure their morale has been boosted.
In the women's overall Africa event, Nsumbu team from Zambia's Nsumbu National Park claimed the gold medal in a time of 2 hours, 33 minutes and 3 seconds. The silver medal was claimed by Atikana from Zambia's South Luanga National Park after they posted 2 hours, 42 minutes and 29 seconds. CLZ team from Zambia's Lower Zambezi National Park walked away with a bronze medal after recording 2 hours, 45 minutes and 59 seconds.
This challenge was started in 2020 to address this problem and to, you know, support the very critical work they do. It's safe to say that without rangers, we would not have biodiversity. So this challenge is to just raise awareness of that fact and, you know, raise the support for their work, whether it's financial or morale-wise, because they very often work in isolation. So this is just to tell rangers that, you know, there are people who support you, not only in Africa, but across the world.
Over 150 four-person wildlife ranger squads competed, representing diverse conservation efforts across Africa, from marine rangers protecting coral and sea turtles in the Indian Ocean, to rangers patrolling the high-altitude forest of Mount Kenya, to an all-female unit protecting wildlife in the remote east of Zambia.
Challenge moja kwanza ukua pale kwa field, unatafuta faru. Na unaenda kutafuta mnyama ambaye wewe ulilala kambi na yeye alilala msituni. So asubuhi ukiamka, unaenda kutafuta ile mnyama ambaye hujui mahali yako na hujui analala style gani. So unaanza tokea ile mnyama kabla ya kuona. So hiyo ni challenge moja kwanza iko kwa field. Wishes unaanza tokea ile mnyama akukimbilie na wewe bado hujaona. Niko na technique mingi ya msituni, najua kufanya nitahepa ile wanyama. Najua mahali territory ya ile wanyama wako na nimejua obvious nikitokea mnyama nitaenda upande gani kama ranger. Ule mtu ambaye ametoka reserve maybe akitokea ndovu ajui ataenda which direction kwa avoid ile mnyama asiumize. Lakini kama mimi ranger sasa tokesea maybe ndovu ama simba nitajua venye nitahepesha ile mgeni.
The 2024 overall campaign raised over 2.6 billion shillings for frontline conservation efforts and ensuring rangers gain access to insurance.
A number of people can see that when they first heard that you have a Lewa Rangers team for the ladies, they were like, will you be able to just carry the load and run? But sure enough, we aim to show them that we got the strength. And now coming to the communities, seeing what we work, taking care of the wildlife, they're like, are you ladies be able now, wearing the boots every day, doing the patrols? But sure enough, you have to be ahead of everyone and now do all the tasks that the Conservancy needs us to do.
Launched in response to the COVID-19 pandemic with the goal of keeping wildlife rangers employed throughout.
Advantage ya kuwa na fit kwa hii kazi, hakuna siku unaweza tokea maybe kwenda msituni na uwezi kimbia. Unaweza tokea maybe nyoka, unaweza tokezea ndovu. So kama hujakuwa fit, unaweza stuka na uanguka hapo na ile mnyama kukute pale. So kuwa fit ni kitu muhimu sana kwa Rangers team.
African countries which participated include Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Rwanda, Mozambique, Botswana, Madagascar, Zimbabwe, South Africa, Nigeria, Ivory Coast, and Zambia. Tony Kwalanda, TV 47 Sport.